Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying with Jim Misiura. Today I'm going to tie a Catgut Biothread pupa. The hook that I have in the vise, this is Hemingway's shrimp pupa hook. And this is a size 14 H122. Very sharp hook. It has a micro barb on it. And it's slightly, they call that reverse bend. You can see it's offset there just slightly, but that helps you get the lip of the trout better. I'm going to use black thread, and this is Hemingway 8/0 black. Love this thread. This 8/0, I've said it before, is more like a 10 or a 12/0 thread. We're going to stop up the top here. Now the catgut that I'm using, this is Troutline. I got these from Frosty Fly. And here is Catgut Biothread brown, and this is size medium. And the one thing you have to do with this catgut is you have to soak it. Take it out of the package and soak it in warm water because it's hard when it comes out of the package. But here it is, and this is, I'm going to use a brown one. I'm going to catch the edge, and you want to catch that edge close to where you're going to finish your body off, because it has no stretch. You can't stretch it and make it short or make it skinnier. We're going to bring that thread back to maybe about halfway around the bend there. This pattern that I tied with my black rabbit crystal dub, and it worked fantastic for me. So we're about halfway around the bend. Come back up. And you could actually make a bit of a taper. I'm going to put a little bit, just to taper that front off there a little bit. But you can make the taper that body there by going back, and don't go back all the way, just come forward again and then go back, and don't go back as far as you did the second time, and bring that forward. And we're going to take that catgut and we're going to wrap that, and I'm going to pull it so that I'm almost stretching it, because you can't say that it's stretching because it doesn't stretch. But we're going to wrap that. I would just have to turn it sideways so I could get that first wrap in there. And then we can bring this. Actually, by pulling it, you can see the color is leaving almost a rib there. I'm sure that's because I'm pulling it. And we come up to that top. We're going to tie that off there. This does come in the smaller size. And I'm going to trim off that excess. Put that back in the bowl. Bring my thread right up to that front there, or that, bring it right up to the body. It's okay if you think you're getting a little fat there. I'm going to take a piece of the Raffia Swiss straw. This is actually a hula skirt I got from a party store.
You buy a whole skirt, it's going to last you a long time. Now this is how it is, and you can see the color there. But what I like to do is take it apart a little bit. It's just fold it over and over and over. I like to take it apart. I'm going to kind of pull that in half. There we go. And you can see it's getting lighter. And if you pulled it again in half, because it's still folded over, this one's showing a good view of that. If you pulled it apart again, it would get even lighter. I'm going to put this on my side because it has the lighter side. And I have that taper there. And you want that taper. And we're going to tie this in. You get that right up to the ties in rather nicely. Now I can just fold this over and tie that in. You want them going towards the bottom there. You can see that one split one again. I'll just pick that one off. Trim that. And I can trim this to size. And when you cut them, you want them to be about just past the body. Do I got it in there? Yep. You got these on the sides. Now for the antenna, I'm going to take wood duck flank. You could use any barred flank feather. Just happen to have the wood duck, a loose one, laying on my desk. And I'm going to take, I don't know, about 6 of them, I guess. We're going to tie them in. They don't stay like this too often after you tie them in. What happens is they pop up. You want them to hang past the body. And once they get wet, they're going to go down into position. I'm going to trim that off. And I'm bringing the thread back there just a little bit. Now for the head, I'm going to use Hemingway deer hair dubbing, and this is brown. I'm going to, what I want from this is, I want that underfur that's in this deer hair. So I'm going to take a bunch out, and I'm going to pick a spot that has a lot of that underfur in there. And I can put the rest of it back in the bag. And I'm going to get rid of those really long ones. It only takes a minute or two to pluck those out. You don't want to sacrifice the fuzz though. We're going to go ahead and spin this on the thread. And you want that to be a little bit thick because we're going to use our dubbing teaser to tease. I'm pulling those, getting the other deer hair out of there. You want that to be able to tease it out and kind of make a little bit of a veil on there. So you do want this a little bit chunky. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this. And I'm going to tie the head. Put a little bit of head cement on my thread. Put it on now, put it on later, doesn't really matter. And we're going to give that a whip finish. Tug that in there tight. And remove that. Now I'm going to take my dubbing teaser and I'm going to tease some of that hair out, mostly on the sides. And you could get that, you could tease that hair pretty long actually. Get it a little bit on the bottom there. There we go. Now I'm going to take it out and I'm going to show you what it looks like wet. Here we have it. Here it is wet. Nice caddis pupa. Get that nice catgut body, and with the raffia on the sides, it's going to look like an air bubble. That veil over it, and like I said, those pupa or the antennae are going to lay down. Just they didn't have them in the water long enough for them to lay down real good. But hope that you learned something from this video. Hope that you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. Please visit my sponsors. Please leave comments, questions, suggestions. If you'd like to purchase any of the flies I make, go to etsy.com/shop/theflymanjim. And if you don't see it there, just give me a message and we'll figure something out. And most of all, I thank you very much for watching my videos.